What's going on, guys? Good morning. Hope you're having a good day so far. Just wanted to come back here with the pre-market live stream to give you guys a bit of an update. Not much has been going on in the past two trading sessions, but this morning we see the continue to chug along, those shorts continuing to get unwound, sending this market further up all the way into the golden ratio, 61.8 golden ratio, as we discussed on Monday. So the move up into this area should be a nice area for us to potentially start selling some calls on stock and equity that we have in big share numbers. So let's say you own a whole bunch of, for example, Microsoft. This is once Microsoft crosses this 23.6 level, we should see a potential pullback if SPX gets up higher into the 61.8. So I'm going to project somewhere around in this area where we should see a little bit of a liquidity rinse of some kind. The issue here is there's a lot of money to be made selling calls right now. So as this market starts to get higher, I think you would need to start selling calls at around 49.50 all the way up to 5,000 roughly. That can be a good level. So just looking at SPX in general, once we get to those levels, I will be looking to sell some calls on shares that I have. So I wanted to come on early here and kind of give you my views on this. NASDAQ is also moving up into the 23.6, 38.2 territory, which once again, I think that this area here will be a key level to sell some calls above. So that's kind of where we're at right now in terms of the indices. Momentum in the past 2 days have been kind of slowed down. Volume has slowed down. The dollar index, however, starting to come further down here, which is a good sign still for equities until we see the Fed decision next week. So a lot of that is being pinned on the Fed decision for next week. The VIX also has been unable to capture any attention, mainly because nobody wants the out the money hedges anymore, or at least for the time being right now. Some of the opportunities that I see for today, the first one being Roku. It's a nice little move, I feel. If it can clear the $95, $96 level, I will be happy to take a long position on a bounce on this level. Looking for a breakout continuation bounce, I would potentially take an entry position as it breaks out and then wait for it to get a bit higher, pull back, add some more potentially here as it gets further up into the 105, 106, and then 110. If it can break out at 110, I close out these longs, start rolling out my contracts and taking the 115s to press the momentum. So that's kind of the plan here with Roku. The bullish plan is completely void if it fails to break through 96 and starts rejecting here. After which, if I do see a rejection here, I will go and immediately start to place some $85 or $90 puts instead for within the next 1 to 2 weeks. So that's where I'm looking at for Roku here. Because this area here is a nice pivot point with the previous rejection. So I would be happy to see if buyers can bypass this point, come back down and create demand in this level with a lesser supply. I would be happy to take the upside as it starts to recover back into this position here. If I don't see that buyers are strong enough, then I take some shorts with very, very good risk to reward ratio. So that's kind of how this trade plays out. I think it's a nice one to watch in the next couple of days. Volatility has been picking up with this one. You can see a little bit of insane volume coming in. Since it kind of bottomed out here, there's been a big amount of buying here too, and then it kind of shook out all the weekends, and more buying some time in here. followed by the big rally. So I'll be keeping my eyes on this one. Another one that I'm looking at with some catalyst news is Logitech. CEO or CFO went on the news and said something about their prices or bottom line being impacted by the shipping delays that are happening globally. So this is another interesting opportunity if sentiment continues to be strong regarding its bearishness. And the stock is popping up pre-market here. I would be interested to see how far the market can run this, potentially past $88, and then next after that $91, where I would like to see a rejection. And if I can get that rejection, I would love to play this down into the $80 region, because this would give us a nice entry for this potential break. If it fixes out here, then we can still close out a decent profit as long as we get into the money here. So I need to see where the rejection happens, and then I'll be happy to take this trade. So these are two things I'm watching at the moment, just giving you guys the kind of lowdown. Watch McDonald's here, potentially breaking into all-time high territory, and all-time high stocks that go into price discovery. That typically goes on for a while. So if McDonald's is indeed going to do that, I would love to buy some calls if it can. It's actually holding really nicely above the high at 345. So I would love for this to go and make a run for the 311, 312 level in price discovery. That's all I'm saying. This was a financial that has been showing some strength. I wanted to take some bullish position if it can form a base above 49.50, the Wells Fargo chase here. And then there is Uber also. Have a look at Uber. This thing is now almost in price discovery. So there are a couple of really good price discovery stocks here. Goldman Sachs flirting in consolidation, making a big base above its recent highs from last year, 2023. You can see 2022, 2023, this was the previous high. It's now basing at this level, which is nice, shows us there's some demand here. And then Amazon, which is has a nice upside potential, lots of upside space. You can see that after having built a base on the previous dual zone. So all this liquidity that was here is now sitting as a kind of basin for this to pull back into if it needs to. I like this as a potential trade idea when the time comes. I haven't seen the evidence yet. Tesla, pre-market, rousing on some news that it's going to come up with a car that is even cheaper than the existing Model 3. There's apparently some kind of car that's called some code name. They've been working on it. Costs less than 20,000. Anyway, Tesla up 1.42%. I only want to play Tesla as a break above 218. Below that, I don't want to touch it at all. So above 218 is where I'll be looking to get upside potential. If it breaks out strongly, it needs momentum. And downside is going to be 206 roughly. So those will be the two levels. Really, really simple here. I will not touch Tesla in between these two levels. It's too risky to do so. And this is not enough movement. What is this? About $9. It's not enough movement for me to try and time the top and bottom perfectly, or try to predict that this is going to exactly buy here or exactly sell here. We are not God. At the end of the day, we have to make some calculated risks in trading. This is not a good setup now to play. So you wait for the break, either upside, downside, and then you can make that decision later. So I'm just putting this in front of your eyes so that you know. Remember to keep your ego in check when you are coming up with trade plans and stuff like that. It's very easy to get deluded sometimes and chase the money, just something that you think is not there. Now, let's see. What else was I going to say? Yes. Anyhow, there is still potential upside on this market. We have to start seeing, of course, that the market is also still right below extreme greed. Okay, and it's probably gonna get there in the next couple of sessions. We are flirting with the extreme greed levels. Um, Now, remember, bull markets can keep going. It can go higher and higher and higher. It's your job is not really to predict when the pullback is. It's mainly to capitalize on this big wave up with your existing equity, trade some upside in stocks that are lagging. That's your main thing here, and not stress about anything else. Okay, if you have the opportunities, for example, Roku, for example, Tesla, for example, Wells Fargo, for example, McDonald's and Logitech and all this, then just look at those as individuals, because in an upward facing market it's good to be in bullish positions, and in a down facing market you want to be more aligned with bearishness, right? So keep that in mind as you start finding these opportunities. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you are a hunter in a forest and everything to you looks like rabbit and elk. Okay, keep that in check. It's very, very easy to just think that everything is an opportunity. An opportunity is when you have the right setup for the right price. The right setup for the wrong price is not a good opportunity. So that's all I have for you guys today. Next week is a FOMC week. I'll try to put a private recording on Discord for the members for Friday, for you guys to have my updates. There are also some trade ideas that I am coming up with, so I'll post it on the trading room for you guys. But I'll see you guys otherwise back on Monday for the next live stream. I hope this was helpful. If it was, just leave a thumbs up, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. Peace.